Hi, Robert Chuckrow here. I'm going to talk about expansive strength, which in my view is the same as in what in Tai-Chi is called Jin, internal strength. And I'm going to say why it's important to attain, why it's extremely important to attain. 2, what the barriers are to attaining it and how to overcome them. And 3, I'll provide some exercises to feel it, to experience it, and then practice it. Here is why expansive strength is so important. Contractive strength and expansive strength are opposites. Contractive strength is pulling, jamming. Expansive strength is opening, extending. And when you use contractive strength, the joints are jammed and they don't move freely. And the movement is not uniform. And there are a bunch of other things which I've already discussed in other videos. Expansive strength, on the other hand, is opening everything. Opening and causing the joints to open. The blood vessels, the chi meridians, everything in the body. So in the classics they say, or at least the interpretation of what they say is, the body must be so delicately poised that the addition of a feather will be felt for its weight. If a fly alights, it'll set the whole body in motion, which implies that everything has to be very free-moving and very open. Cheng Ching also, in 2 places that I know of in his books, talked about the difference between contractive and expansive strength and why it's so important. So how can you get free movement if the joints are locked? You can't. And free movement is the hallmark of Tai-Chi. So if you're not getting that, you are missing a very important dimension of Tai-Chi. It doesn't mean you're not getting anything from it, but there's so much more. So what are the barriers? One of the barriers is that there is no scientific belief that, I'm using the word belief incorrectly, but there is no scientific evidence that has been studied or shown that muscles can extend, only contract. But I know that they can extend because I can do it, and others can do it. They explain it a little differently than I. But if you don't think it can happen, that's a barrier to getting it. Doesn't mean you have to believe it based on anybody's say-so, but at least open your mind and leave the door open that this can happen. And work with it because it's so important to get. So suspend disbelief. Here is something you can do right away. Lightly touch your lower abdomen. Contract, feel it going in. Release, feel it going out. Expand, feel it going out more. And release. And the exercise is the following. You take your arm, lift it to a certain place, doesn't matter how, and relax as much as you can. Start with the head, relax all the parts of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, the lower abdomen. You can do this sitting, probably it's better to do it that way. Find the neutral alignment of the arm. It doesn't have to be a certain rotation, just wherever it goes. And now what I want you to do is feel the heart of the hand and the insides of the fingers, the palm of the hand, and send your electricity. Whatever that means to you is not important. Just send something to that area, your intention, your idea. Even if you don't feel anything, imagine it and feel it opening. And I can feel my hand opening as I up that intention. There it goes. I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it. Even if it's not moving, there's changes that are occurring. The differences in pressure, activation, and you'll feel in the center of your hand a sort of swelling. You'll feel, and the tips of the fingers, you'll feel tingling under the fingernails, in the palms of the hand, in the palm of the hand, and in the forearm maybe, and then release. And when you release, you'll see if there was any movement back, which shows that you moved the other way. And that is in this movement, where the arms come up, the beginning movement, and then extending. And Young Cheng Fu talked about this, my shoulder just jumped, talked about this as being the main way of experiencing Neijin, of course, because there's so many nerve endings in the hands, much more so than any other part of the body, other than maybe the face. And not only motor nerves, but sensory nerves. So then you want to be able to do movements by having that open, lifting the arms. In the horizontal direction, everything will be loose, so you don't have to do anything. It'll just be the momentum of the move and the timing of the move and the, the elasticity of the tissues that will cause the horizontal component of the movement, whether out or to the side. The vertical part will be that expansive strength. And as the more you practice it, even if it's just your imagination, the more strong it will get, and eventually you'll know you have it. And you don't need to tell me that you have it once you do. Thank you.